everyone, my name is Paolo Pomati. I'm the Head of Communications at our university, and I'm happy to welcome you to this short course where we'll give you all the information on the new system for communicating with the officers, supplying you with all the instructions that you need. We've tried to introduce the best tools of improvement to make the whole process of internal communication as easy as possible. This was a vital step for us, firstly because the world is evolving constantly, and secondly because last year we were faced with a huge and unexpected number of queries. The registrar's officers alone received 22,000 emails and 60,000 phone calls, threatening to put the whole system out of action. In this time that we have together, we will provide you with some information about the websites at your disposal and the new ticket and help desk services, which will be launched in mid-May. First of all, I'd like to give you some tips on how to establish efficient and sustainable communication flows, which allows you to receive the information you need in the shortest time possible without any problems. Whichever tool you use, be careful always to know and make clear your status. You know that you are enrolled on a degree course which is managed by a department which is part of our university. Introduce yourself clearly. First name, last name, degree course. Writing an email or beginning a phone call simply with, "Well, I am a student from the University of Alessandria, Novara or Vercelli," only serves to make everyone's life more difficult, not least your own. When you write an email, please always use your university email address. Student number at studenti.uniupo.it. This is essential. We will no longer consider emails arriving from different email providers such as Libero, Gmail, and so on. And when you ask for information, please make your query clear and focused. Please organize any information and express it in a clear and comprehensible manner. You can't send an email, receive a reply, then send a second time to add a further query and repeat the same way for another 10 times or more. There are 15,000 of you. So if you send 10 emails every time you have a query, the officers will go into meltdown. And we've noticed a certain level of anxiety in your behavior. If you need to complete a procedure and you have read the instructions carefully, then rest assured that you will have done it correctly. There is no need to phone back or to write to check that everything has been completed successfully. If something is wrong, we'll let you know. Similarly, if you don't receive an immediate answer, don't worry. You may not know this, but the response system is managed by specific procedures, which require time to complete them. We are relatively quick in supplying replies if compared with other universities, and so please wait without worrying. By this summer, we will have prepared the Student Services Charter, which will clearly state the waiting times necessary for services. We have one particular request for you. Everything you need to know is published on the university and on the department websites. Please, don't pick up the phone to ask, "What time is my lesson tomorrow?" This is often information that you can't find quickly and easily on the websites. A phone call resolves nothing and doesn't necessarily make it quicker to solve a problem. Be more aware about the actual urgency of your requests. And another tip, be personally responsible yourself for everything that you can do. The number of phone calls and emails that we receive from your parents is quite embarrassing. Your parents are not familiar with the word of university, which is instead where you live every day. So don't think that your parent can or should solve a problem for you. You are perfectly able to do it yourself without help where necessary. We can now move on to talk about new systems and procedures that you will soon be invited to use. Let's try and answer a couple of questions together. I need some information. Where can I find it? Or, I have to complete an administrative procedure online. Which website do I need to visit? Generally, you are aware that everything about your university life can be found and completed online. If you need information about administrative issues or anything regarding university routines, enrollment, fees, services, financial assistance, you should visit the university website, www.uniupo.it. If you are looking for something about your own course, the programs, the teaching content, lessons, exam sessions, please visit your department's website, the abbreviation of your department.uniupo.it. If you need to do something regarding your university course, register for an exam, check exam sessions and your student record book, pay your fees, carry out any payment, you should visit the portal student. That is www.studenti.uniupo.it. If you're looking for information about teacher, please check the UPObook database, upobook.uniupo.it. And finally, if you are looking for teaching content, lecture notes, lesson recordings and so on, or notices about variations to teaching timetables, please visit the teaching portal, dir.uniupo.it. So, before taking any action, always check that you are in the right place. Now I'll tell you how to navigate the university website, which has been completely renovated. Starting with the home page, you can find highlighted news and updates, clear and practical menus, the English language version, and a menu to set up your own profile. All this has been done to allow you to access the information you need in a quicker and more efficient manner. Information on degree courses has been gathered together in a section that covers everything connected to the teaching programs, from the 3-year undergraduate courses right up to the PhDs, specialization schools, and teacher training. In the student info section, you can find all the tools that might help you in your university life. Information on admissions and enrollments, fees and taxes, study plans, grants and subsidies, documents and forms. Next June, this section, particularly the fees and taxes section, will be updated with the new student handbook and fees section content, which we ask you to check regularly in order to clearly understand and remember the administrative procedures that you need to complete. Another important area is the services section. You can find information on the IT and online services. The link to the student portal to the email system with instructions on how to activate your account, the link to the apps for students, instructions for connecting to the Wi-Fi and how to use the printing service, the timetables for lessons and contact details for teachers. Another important section regards services for students with physical and learning disabilities. You can find contact details and instructions on how to use the services and support what we have established to help you in your university life. If you wish to sign up for an international experience participating in the Erasmus or other similar programs, by clicking on International and choosing the Students option, you can find all the necessary information and contact details for international degrees, the Erasmus, Free Movers course and study grants abroad. Also, by clicking on UPO Always With You, you can find all the links and specific services for mobility programs. We are ready to help you also when it's time to find employment. The job placement section, which is accessible via the home page, provides information about work placements, internships, job opportunities and CV writing. Placements organized by the university itself, civil service, apprenticeships and a series of useful initiatives such as InfoJob, the newsletter that tells you about job placement organized by our university. If you are interested in understanding how the university is organized, please click on About UPO section. Remember that by clicking on Choose the Profile, Current Students from the home page, you can find all the useful information which I have described for you, collected together in only one section: administrative information, study support, services, job placement, studying abroad, courses, university organization, updates on the coronavirus measures, and useful contacts. You won't need to browse through the whole site to find what you need. So, folks, have a happy browsing on our university website. From mid-May, we'll launch the new UPOrisponde service, a system that manages your queries and requests via ticket service. You can find the form to complete on the university and department website homepages. Just click on this icon, UPOrisponde. I'd like to emphasize another important point. This system is designed to provide specific information on your personal situation, not to provide general and easily obtainable information which can be found, as I said before, on various websites. This is how it works. The support service will help us organize your queries and communicate with you more efficiently and effectively. UPOrisponde doesn't ask you to communicate with a bot. Our staff will always be the ones to reply, using this service instead of phone calls and emails, to work quickly and in a more organized way. Your interface is simply a web page with a form to complete. We have put this in the easiest place to find, on the university website homepage, right next to the student info menu, which contains all the information you need. The link will also be available on the department websites and shortly on the UniUPO app. So it will be very easy to find the form, and now I will offer you some advice on how to complete it. We don't ask you to supply this data simply to waste your time. This is all information that we need in order to reduce the steps necessary to solve the problem to a minimum. By completing the form accurately, you will do not only us a favor, but also yourselves. Also, once you have completed the form the first time, you can activate automatic completion for some data fields. As well as your first and last name, we ask for your email address. This is the one that the system will use to send you notifications and that the operator will use to reply to you. Make sure to insert it correctly, or we won't be able to contact you. And please, always use your university email address. Much of the information that you request can only be provided to the specific person involved, and we can only guarantee a reply if the request arrives from that person's university address. Supplying your student number or tax code is necessary, especially if you can't use a university address or you are not a student. In such cases, it's absolutely essential to specify this and state your tax code in order to allow us to access your records. As you know, some degree programs are located across various premises. For these reasons, we need to know where you are attending courses because your request will be redirected to the appropriate administrative office and dealt with and by the team involved in your specific course area. We also give you the possibility of providing us with your telephone number. For urgent queries, we can then contact you for any clarifications. The choice of query topic is essential. Here, you are in fact choosing who your particular query should be addressed to. If your query arrives directly to the appropriate person, the reply will be quicker. Otherwise, it will need to be redirected and the whole process will be longer and more complex. Other topics regarding your university progress or degree program, such as lesson timetables, enrollment for an exam and so on, should be addressed to the appropriate registrar's office. In these cases, you will need to choose between the first 6 topics. If the problem is more general, you can choose from among the other topics and address your query to the central administration offices. The description of problem query field will become the subject of your query and allows the team to understand which person and which office is most suited to replying, without even needing to open the message. Obviously, this list is not exhaustive. For any issue which is not listed, please choose Other. Now we arrive at the core of your query for help. You must explain to us your problem in a clear and detailed manner. Please provide us with all the necessary data to identify you in the system, for example, your degree course and year of enrollment, and clearly outline your problem of query. For example, if you write, "I can't access my student account," the problem could be more administrative than IT related. If you more clearly state, "When I try to access the student portal, a message informs me that my account has been deactivated," then we know that the problem is IT related and we know immediately what action to take. One last click for the privacy policy and the send button will appear. And your query is ready to go. So what happens next? Within a few minutes, you will receive an automatic confirmation of receipt of your request for assistance from the system. If you don't receive it, you have probably written your email address incorrectly. From that point on, you will be updated on any developments, receiving notification of which staff member is dealing with your query and/or whether this will be transferred to another team member. And finally, you will receive the email responding to your query. If you need further help or clarifications, you may respond directly to the email you received and interact with the staff member until the problem is resolved. From the second contact onwards, you may also send attachments no greater than 15 megabytes. One last case remains when you have an urgent problem. Tomorrow you are graduating and there's an administrative or technical problem with your university exams. Or tomorrow the fee installment deadline will pass and you can't see the payment bill in your student portal account. These are the cases where you will need to make a phone call and speak directly to the staff. From mid-May, there will be a single administration help desk and you will receive the phone number by email. When you call, you must state the student services section you belong and the system will connect you to the next free help desk operator. Also, at the end of the call, you will be asked to evaluate the quality of the service you received. Please, do not write to the director's office. The emails are filtered and sorted. The director's office should be contacted only in extreme situations. Please do seriously assess the urgency of your request. And last but not least, before the summer, the Student Services Charter will be available with a summary of all the procedures, waiting times and contact details. This will greatly help you in managing your daily academic life, tasks and routines. So you will receive this by email and it will be also available on the website. Thank you for following us in this updating course. We are always ready to help you and we will be able to improve our own efficiency even more as you take steps to help us to do so. So thanks again and enjoy the rest of your academic life.